I have absolutely no ambition to learn how to use a sewing machine. That's what you hire people for. But, you know, at least it's a total train wreck and kind of entertaining because she hasn't got a friggin' clue what she's doing.
Alright, so I brought the entire board with the fabric in here, and like I said, I just stuck some pins into the foam board to keep my fabric in place when I opened and closed my lid. So, if you've never sewn before, then I might have something for you. If you have sewn, this is just for entertainment value. You can laugh at me because I really don't know anything. I've never had a sewing lesson. All I've ever done is just read instructions. Okay. Pinning. Now, with the sewing machine, your fabric is going to be to the left and your seam is going to be on the right. So when you're doing that, okay, visualize it. My sewing machine is here and I'm going to be running it through. So there's two ways to pin. You can either pin with the head of the pin here and the pointy end here. And when you're running it through your machine, you're pulling the pins out before they hit your presser foot or where the needle is. That's one way. Or you can pin it along the hem with the pin head facing you so that you can pull them out as it's being fed through the machine. That's how I pinned this one. And I put my pins every, I don't know, 6 inches or so. You could do them more frequently if you needed to. This is a pretty heavy material, so I really didn't feel like I needed to put a whole heck of a lot of pins in to keep it flat. But that's how I did it. Now, if I have any spots that are doing this, I'll probably put another one in. But I did end up doing the backside to it, 6 inches. I figured, why not? Just in case I ever wanted to rotate this, that it was square. So I've got a 6-inch overhang all the way around. And this is the machine edge, which was 6 inches, which is fine because I'm covering it with that fringe. Now, I suppose you could put the fringe and everything on at once when you're hemming it. I like baby steps because I don't know quite what I'm doing yet. I want to make sure one step at a time that it's okay before I have to tear all kinds of stuff out. So I'm going to just continue pinning this to make sure everything looks good, and I'm going to take it off of my board with these, and then we'll move on to the next step, which is going to be well, let's see what it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Each of my sides has a small hem, and small enough for me, and then the other one was the machine edge. However, this side I have a big leftover piece. I'm going to cut off that excess before I start so that I don't have all this extra material. It makes it just easier. So I've got my 6-inch line pinned. I'm just going to flip it over and cut, you know, maybe within a 1/2 inch of my pins, and just cut off that excess material. I don't think you need to watch that. Thanks, Jazz. Again, I'm going to preface this with, I am a novice. All right. Normally when I sew, I am able to see the back side, so I can see how much I've got. Okay. However, because this is going to be covered by the fringe, I'm not so concerned about that. And I've already got it pinned on the front side. I probably should have pinned it on the other side. But anyway, one edge I don't need to worry about. That's the machine edge. So I'm going to just start. Okay, so again, my machine's going to be here, and I'm going to start feeding it through. I only have to sew 3 sides. So, you know, in the past I've sewn one side and ended it and then folded over my corner and all that. But again, it's going to be covered by fringe. So I just did my corner now. And there's other ways to do corners, but I don't care because I'm not going to see it under the fringe. I'm not doing the fancy triangle and cutting out the extra material. We're just going to go with it. We're going to see how it goes. Wonder though if that's going to get caught on the machine, that I need to go the other way. Probably. So I might need to flip that around because that might get bound up on the machine pushing it through. So yeah, I'm going to switch that around. Hold on. Okay, so now as I'm pushing it through my machine, and I'll go off of it instead of into it, I just reversed which one got folded in first. And then I'll continue around to that side. Let me double check this. Yeah, that's already done the right way. Looks a little crooked. I might need to fix that. And then going on to the end. Now, if my seam allowance was, you know, healthy all the way around, I wouldn't have needed to really worry about it. But on this side, it's a little narrow. Now, again, I'm not going to see the stitching because it's going to get covered by the fringe. But on my last side, I want to make sure that I stay fairly close to the edge with my stitching, my sewing on the machine, so that I don't just sew over here and completely miss it. So there we go. Why is it that they can hear you talking in a room, and clearly if there's nobody else here, I'm recording, but yet you get a knock on the door to let me know that you're leaving? Just text me. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I need to keep it close to the edge on this one. Or I could flip all of my pins around and sew it so that I can see this side, but I don't want to do that because, you know, again, novice. But on my third side, I just need to stay pretty close to my edge so I don't run off. All right. Next, I think, for, again, the newbies, I'll show you how to thread your machine because I'm not going to be using blue. All right, let's get to it. All right, you guys missed it. I went into major squirrel mode. It's been a long time, and I've been having issues with my machine, so I grabbed out the instruction book. And then, you know, I get fascinated with instruction books, so I had to read the whole book again. And I ended up taking apart the machine and oiling and all this stuff because I don't think I've ever oiled the damn thing. And I found my receipt. I bought it in 2003. So yeah, I think it was time to be oiled because it says you should oil it once a year. Cleaned it the whole. We'll do some other video about that. Anyway, I was going to just wind thread onto the bobbin. Here's the thread I chose. Just a nice gold. Okay. And I've got an empty bobbin. But yeah, I just spent like an hour on that. So we're running out of time because I got to leave in less than an hour to go get him from the airport. Anyway, I also was afraid that I would like totally screw it up and tell you all the wrong stuff. Now again, this is just my machine. And actually it originally started because I saw that there was like splattered stuff on it. Who knows? It's probably Coke. And I wanted to clean it off. So I got a paper towel. And while I was cleaning it, I'm like, well, I should check it and see. I have this. I don't know how different machines are. Probably very different. But if you have this one, which was kind of cheap, it's not, you know, a fancy schmancy one, but, and it's 16 years old. But, yeah, so anyway. All right, so in order to put your thread on your bobbin, and what this is this is a little bobbin that is down inside of here, and then you've got your spool, for those of you who've never sewn, is up here, and it takes 2 threads together with the needle to create your sewing. It's combining 2 threads together, essentially. So you need to, this is obviously okay, but you need to put some thread on the bobbin that's inside of the machine. So first thing you do is you pull this out. That is over here. Just pull it out. Clicks into place. And then draw a thread from the spool, pass the thread through the top cover thread guide. That's number 2, this little hooky thing. And then you're going to guide the thread around the bobbin winder, which is this little thing. See, and then they show the direction of your thread. And then put it through the hole in the bobbin from the inside to the outside. So in here, there's a little tiny hole. So you're going to run it from the inside of the bobbin out the top. Okay? And then you're going to put it on the bobbin winder spindle, and you're going to push the spindle to the right. So we're going to do those steps. So first, I need to pull out my thread. Let me get you on a tripod. Let's see if I can do this without stopping. All right, let's get you in here. Come on. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Let's see. There's like a... Who is banging? Stop it. Leave me alone, I'm busy. It's like a little, let me see here. Come on, there we go. I've got like a little groove in there that the thread is in. There, now I've got it out. All right, shush, shush. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. It's turning into one of those days now. Quiet is over. Stop it, Jasmine. All right. Draw the thread from the spool. So I'm going to just plunk this on my thingamajigger here. I don't know if it matters which one you're putting it on. Doesn't really say. But anyway, I'm just going to poke it on here. Somebody's yelling. Knock it off. Do I care about this? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. Through this little pin here. And then around my little thing here. Let's see. Bobbin winder thread guide. And it goes under that plate. There's a little, let's see here. Right there. What is that? I never knew that that thing moved. Whatever. Confusing myself now. Just put it under there. Insert the thread through the hole in the bobbin from the inside out. Shut up, people. God. You're inhibiting my creativity. Now, apparently this is a brand new bobbin because the holes aren't actually poked through. So I need to just poke a hole through that because it doesn't have a hole. Why doesn't it have a hole? That's just ridiculous. Or I just grab a different one. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a different one. I don't want to fart with that. Shut up, people! It's so annoying. People are yelling out there. You grab one that has a hole already in it. That one's kind of a shitty one. Yeah, these are much better. Okay. Yeah, that looks like some sort of cheap ass thing. I don't even know what it was. This one's much, much better. Okay, now we can actually see. It's got a real live hole in it. we're just going to go up through that hole. We can see what we're doing. There. Got it. I'm going to hold that. I almost just yanked it back out. Okay. Now you're going to put the bobbin on the bobbin winder spindle. That's this thing. Okay? So that's going to go on there. And then you push the spindle this way. This little thing here, this is going to press up against the thread as it winds. Let me move you a little bit. Let's see. Hang on. That's much better. Okay. So I went from my spool through this little pin thing here. Right here. I went around this, and it has this little plate that I never realized moved. So I went around that, and then, no, I shouldn't be all wound around this, but let me hold on to this so it doesn't move. I know you're bouncing. I'm trying to hold you up with my chest. Get this tightened up a little. Let's see here. Going the wrong way. Come on. Got too much slack. And I'm bouncing the tripod against my leg. This is an awesome Trainwreck tutorial. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. There. Get it in there. And now I'm stuck on this. See, this is... Okay. I'm going to start this over. Okay, ignore that whole last part. Because that was horrible. Okay. I've got my bobbin of thread. And I put it on the spindle, making sure that it goes through the center. There. Now, there's this little hook here. I'm going to go through that. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, so through there. Then I go over here and I just go around that pin. Then I want to go through the hole of the bobbin from the inside of the bobbin to the outside. And grab a hold of it on the outside. You're going to put it on the spindle, and then you're going to shove it this way, and this little post will butt up against the thread as it gets bigger and bigger, so that it automatically shuts it off. It'll like snap it out into the off position. Just scooch it down just a tiny bit more so you can kind of see that at a better view. This camera work is awesome. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. Can you see that now? I think you still need to go lower. There we go. Okay, so as this thread gets wider and wider, it's going to hit this post and it's going to pop my post over into the off position so that you can't overfill your bobbin. All right, now next up, with the free end of the thread held in your hand, push down the foot control. So there is a foot pedal, plugs in there, and it's running down there. I'm on a bar stool, so it's a little, it's like tippy toe. This works better if you're in a chair, or I could put that up on a box. For now, I just poke it with my toe because I'm not set up for sewing. All right, here we go. Turn on my machine right over here, and light comes on. That's how I know it's on. And I want to hang on to this little thread so it doesn't come out just for a little while. Let me just tighten this up a little. There we go. Okay. So this is pulled out. I'm wound around that hook down to that pin, back around, up through my bobbin, put it on here, slide it that way, push the pedal. Okay, now it's started, so I can cut this little tail off now. Okay. And just let her fly. See? And then it stopped on its own. Got too big and it pushed it into the off position. So I just pull this off of here, cut it. I've got my full bobbin for inside the machine. All right. Now, I'm gonna push that back in. And now I need to put my bobbin inside the machine. So that is down in here. All right, now this comes off. It's like a little storage box, and it makes your table lighter. This is for like doing sleeves or something, I don't know. This opens up, and I already took it out. Let me put it back together like it wasn't taken out. Let's see here. We'll pretend like I didn't already do that part. Come on. Come on, get in there. I am such a good teacher. Come on. There we go. All right. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down again. Okay, so inside of here, this is the what is this thing called? Bobbin case. It's got a little lever on it. You just pull the lever and it comes out. It unlocks it from in there. Now, your spool, you're going to make sure that where you snipped off your thread that was coming out is, you know, not sticking out anymore. You don't want it in there, making problems for you. Now, you're going to put your thread in here. Let's see here. Here's the instructions. It says, place the bobbin into the bobbin case. Make sure the thread unwinds in the direction of the arrow. And then I don't see an arrow. So I've always been confused. I'm guessing they mean like that. I guess. I don't know. Confuses the hell out of me because I don't see an actual arrow. you see an arrow? They forgot to put the head on the arrow. But to me, it looks like it's unwinding that way. So I want my thread to be unwinding toward the right. Okay. And then my bobbin case, according to the photo, see how it's got that screw in there? So I'm going to pull my thread through until it's inside that slot. So put this in here. And then there's a little gap right there. I'm going to pull my thread through until it gets under that flap. And then I'm in. Okay? Now, next step. That's funny, it doesn't show you how. It says leave about 4 inches of free thread. So we'll leave a little more. There. Okay. That's funny, it doesn't show you how to put it back in the machine in the next step. You gotta go to some other section of the book. It's silly. Here's a section on removing and inserting. Pull that little tab. When inserting the case, place the horn into the recess of the hook race. So the horn, I'm guessing, is this thing. Put it in the recess of the hook case. Which, if you were down there, I've got you too high. I gotta get you down even further. Hold on. Jeepers. See? So you're going to put that in here with that right up in there. And it just locks into place. All right. Isn't this fun? I'm just reading an instruction book to you. All right, now threading the machine is next. All right. I'm going to get you higher now. Okay. I think you can see everything. I might need to move it back just a little bit more. That's okay. You guys don't care for, you know, high quality entertainment, do you? Okay. All right. First step is this thread. Okay. So we're done with filling a spool. We're just starting over. Okay. Now, according to this, you want your thread coming from the left side. Okay. So my thread's going to go on here. And then it goes back through that same hook that I used earlier. Okay. I'm through there. And then it's going to go through come on. Can go through here, this thing. So I'm just going to go like that. Okay. Next, it's going to go through under this bar right here. So I'm just pulling it down. Come on. around this. Honest to God, this is horrible. I'm gonna reshoot this whole damn thing. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it crappy. Okay, down there and around that. Next, we're gonna pull it up, and then there is the take-up lever, and down into the take-up lever eye. What the hell are they talking about? Check spring holder. Okay, so here now I need to turn my knob on the side over here. I'm turning this by hand, and that will make this thing come up. See it? Whoa, Jesus, this is horrible. I'm going to totally redo this. No, I'm not. This thing. Okay, so I'm going to then wrap it around this so that it goes up through that. Come on, there. I'm making this so much more difficult than it has to be. And then the next thing is this, oops, this here. It's going to go through there. Okay. And then there's another one down here. It's going to go through there. Okay. And then, oh, I don't even have a needle on here. I have to put a needle in it. All right. Jesus, I'm going to just redo this whole damn video. No, I'm not. Yeah, this video sucks. I asked at the fabric shop what kind of needles I should use, because this is a heavy material, because I don't know the first thing about this stuff. And she told me to use these. I guess they're number 10s. But in the book, where it has the chart for what kind of needles to use, let me find that. Let's see here. Here. So it says, for lightweight fabrics, use a 9 or an 11. For medium weight, an 11 or 14. And for heavyweight, a 14 or 16. And she gave me 10. I don't know what she's talking about. Whatever. Just seems like I should have a much heavier net. A much heavier needle. I wonder if she knew what she was talking about. Let me see what I've got, because that just seems too light. Yeah, this one looks much bigger. Make sure it's not dull or bent. Does that look straight? Looks straight to me. Let's see if we can see what it is. Does it say on there? Gosh. Probably. Good Lord. How the hell is anybody supposed to read that? Hell. $14. Yeah, it looks like it's a 14. So you'd need a magnifying glass to figure out what these are if they're not still in their cases. But a 14, I'm feeling a little better about that than a 10. So we're gonna put a 14 in to the machine. This is just another train wreck tutorial from Gone Off My Meds. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Come on, where are you? Come on. Yeah, I should probably read the instructions on how to put the freaking needle in, right? Okay. There we go. I think. There. Okay, now I got it. It's ridiculous. Okay. Get in there. And okay. Oh my god. Now, let's get you back down here where you can see again. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay. Okay, now it says to go through this little pin here. See, there's these little tiny things right here. So it wants me to go through that. Right there. Okay. And from there, you go through the needle from the front to the back. Now, getting through that needle, that's like the biggest challenge for us blind people. See the hole? I'm gonna try and do it. Let's see if I can get you stable so you can watch. All right, let's see here. Let's see. There we go. There. Okay. I'm a licker. Now you can just lick your fingers and just do it that way. You don't have to put it in your mouth. All right, now, and I'm trying to do this left-handed on top of it. There, got it through, and then grab it. Got it. Hey, it works really good if you use your phone as a giant magnifying glass. Okay. There. Got it through. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is raise the presser foot. Let's back you up a little. Let's see. So it wants me to, well, the razor presser foot is up. Okay. Now, oops, I didn't have that in right. Jesus, criminy. This thing fell out. I didn't do that right. Now it's in. Okay. Back up a little more. I didn't have that locked in place. I did it wrong. Whatever. Oh, it's a half an hour in threading a freaking machine. Okay. Now, you're going to hang on to this, and you're going to turn the wheel on the side of the machine slowly toward you with your right hand until the needle goes down. Continue to turn it until the take-up lever is at the highest point. What the fuck is a take-up lever? I don't know. Oh, that's this thing up here. Jesus. This thing. Then you're gonna lightly drop the needle thread, forming a loop of the bobbin thread. Okay, none of that makes sense. Here's what we're doing. We're going to take this and we're just going to, now see, I've got it going backward that way. There. All right. Tip you down and zoom you in. It's like kind of see what's going on here. So I'm going to hang on to this, and I'm turning the knob on the side of my machine. It's going to go down into the machine, and it's going to pull up the thread from that bobbin down below. See, now I've got it looped under there. See how I have it? Oops. Anyway, I'm just going to pull that through. Put this back through here. Now I've got both my threads. And I'm just going to hold them back out of the way. So got that there. Done. That was just crazy. Oh, apparently they don't put it under the presser foot when they do it. They do it with this top one out here. Let's try it again. Let's try it with how they say to do it. Ah, just dropped it. No. Oh, frick. All the way down to the ground. Trainwreck tutorials. Okay, I gotta go really soon, too. This is just a nightmare. It's not my best work. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, bobbin hit the floor, rolled around. Now I'm winding it back up by hand. Okay. And then this goes in here. This goes in here. And this goes in here. And put that under there. Put this back in here. Pull it out. Get it in. Let's see if it's secure. Yes. Okay. So they don't put it under that foot when they do this. They just push it down, slowly bring it up. There. See, so much easier. All right, then you put them both through that little slot there. Take them backward, close this up, and you're ready to sew. And put this back on. These are the different feet I was talking about, the presser feet. This is the one that makes a rolled hem. I've never been able to get it to work. And then this one is for doing zippers. Now, put these needles in here. Okay, so there we go. That was another Trainwreck tutorial. Yeah, that was silliness. Next time, we'll actually sew something. But yeah, that was all frickin' day. I think I started at 9:30 this morning. That's how far we got. See? Squirrel. Okay. I'm going to end this here, and we're going to go get them from the airport. I got to be there in 40 minutes, so I need to Google how long it's going to take with traffic today. I don't know. But yeah, we'll cover more machine basics following the instructions another time, because again, I am a novice. Okay. Bye, guys. See, I was going for the coffee before I went to turn off the phone because I'm craving my coffee. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. So the cart has my sewing supplies for this particular project, so I could wheel it out and back. So yeah, it's constantly evolving and changing depending on what I'm doing. Okay. All right, another time.
But I tell you, she's completely helpless. Hasn't got a clue. Absolutely no idea. Don't worry about walking through my shot, honey. It's fine. Alright, well, till the next episode. Hope you enjoyed that. Now the texts are going off. Okay, gotta go. Bye.